In a world where art and deception collide, one painting holds the power to save the world. But behind the brushstrokes of brilliance is a tangled mess of fibs and falsehoods. When the truth gets buried under layers of outrageous lies, no hero steps out of the shadows to unravel the ultimate con.
You guys are getting paid?
This summer, brace yourself for an epic odyssey into the wildest art scandal ever.
That greed, for lack of a better word, is good. Greed is right. Greed works.
Where the savior of the world is doomed and evil's found a sneaky way to cash in.
Show me the money!
The sale room at 400 million with Alex
Coming soon to a YouTube theater near you. Or like right now. In 2005, in the vibrant chaos of New Orleans, a seemingly mundane auction was about to flip the art world on its head. Amongst a sea of quirky knickknacks and dusty relics, a small, overpainted panel emerged like a needle in a haystack. Two seasoned art dealers, Alexander Parrish and Robert Simon, stumbled upon it. They had an uncanny talent for uncovering hidden treasures, but even they couldn't have predicted they'd just unearthed the art world's equivalent of discovering a golden ticket in a chocolate bar. They spotted this gem with a Jesus-like figure resembled a drug junkie who'd had one rough night out. It was so battered that it looked like it had survived a wrestling match with a paintbrush-wielding toddler and lost. They scooped it up for a mere $1,175, thinking they'd possibly stumbled upon a hidden treasurer. Fast forward to New York, where the painting was handed over to renowned conservator Diane Modestini. She tackled the painting's layers of grime and overpainting like she was peeling off a sticker that had been there since the dawn of time. With each scrub, it was as if she was revealing a hidden secret from an art world superhero until, lo and behold, what emerged was not just an old relic, but a potential Leonardo da Vinci masterpiece. It was like discovering your old, beat-up car was actually a vintage Ferrari hiding under a mountain of road salt. According to legend, the story of Salvator Mundi kicks off in the early 16th century when Leonardo da Vinci, either struck by a moment of divine inspiration or just really bored with painting serious stuff, decided to create the ultimate Renaissance selfie. Picture Jesus, flaunting the most fabulous middle part ever, with locks so luscious they could star in their own shampoo ad. In one hand, he's casually holding a crystal orb, like he's about to perform the world's most epic magic trick. Think of it as the Renaissance equivalent of a superhero poster. Rumor has it that King Louis the Theist of France commissioned this masterpiece, probably thinking, I need something to jazz up my living room, and this mystical dude will do the trick. Unfortunately, the painting's history is as murky as a foggy morning in London. It vanished for centuries, reappearing in such dismal shape and with such a sketchy ownership record that it's no wonder it raised some serious red flags in the art world. Over the next few years, the painting was put through a scientific and expert scrutiny extravaganza. Infrared imaging peeled back layers like an art world version of CSI, revealing underdrawings and pentimenti that screamed, Leonardo was here. We can smell something fishy about this restoration. Why didn't they do this high-tech detective work before they started scrubbing the paint like it was a forgotten piece of graffiti? The quality of the original work, especially the hands and the orb, suggested a master's touch. But didn't Diane Modestini restore it using Leonardo's secret recipe? When the painting re-emerged, it was like a jigsaw puzzle missing half the pieces and had been slathered in paint and various failed restorations. Modestini's painstaking restoration revealed its potential Leonardo connection, but some critics argued that so much of the original was lost or altered that it's like trying to claim a Picasso from a doodle art class. This level of intervention makes it about as easy to pin down the painting's true origin as it is to find Waldo in a crowd of Waldo lookalikes.
I couldn't, avoid the conclusion any longer that this was absolutely by Leonardo.
Of course you couldn't. Who could? Robert and Alexander flipped it for a cool $80 million in 2013 to a secret buyer after the restoration. We will disclose this part later. Despite these promising signs, the art world was still split like a family squabble over the last slice of pumpkin pie at Thanksgiving. Some experts were convinced it was the real deal, straight from Leonardo's paintbrush, while others were skeptical, pointing out that the restoration was as thorough as a toddler's art project, and the documentation was about as reliable as a plot twist in a Nicolas Cage movie.
It belongs at a museum.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
And then, just when everyone thought things couldn't get any crazier, the National Gallery in London decided to drop the ultimate plot twist. They included the painting in their blockbuster exhibition Leonardo da Vinci, Painter at the Court of Milan, in 2011. This high-profile endorsement was like giving the painting a VIP pass to the art world's elite club, suggesting a hefty dose of confidence in its Leonardo bona fides. When the painting was finally unveiled to the public, the art world went bananas, buzzing with excitement, debates, and more drama than a soap opera. And after all the hoopla and fanfare, it was time for the grand finale, cashing in on this art world sensation. Because, let's face it, no art scandal is complete without a splash of product selling, like adding a fireworks display to a pizza party. In 2013, the painting went through a high-stakes game of art hot potato. It was sold privately for a cool $80 million to Swiss dealer Yves Bouvier, who then flipped it faster than a house on a real estate show, selling it to Russian billionaire Dmitry Rybolovlev for a whopping $127.5 million. This move only added to the painting's aura of mystery and skyrocketing value, like it was the art world's answer to a Tom Cruise action sequence, impossibly dramatic and undeniably thrilling.
Hey, I'm happy to entertain you.
But the real fireworks started in 2017 when Christie's decided to auction Salvator Mundi in New York. They marketed it with a flair that made it sound like the next Marvel blockbuster, branding it as the male Mona Lisa and the last Da Vinci. The auction, held on November 15, 2017, was less of an event and more of a media circus.
Another bid, please, Francois, at $350.
After a bidding war that made Wall Street look like a quiet day at the park, the hammer finally dropped at an eye-watering $450.3 million, setting a record and turning Salvator Mundi into the most expensive painting ever sold. The lucky buyer, none other than Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, who snagged it for the Abu Dhabi Department of Culture and Tourism. The plan was to showcase it as the crown jewel of the Louvre Abu Dhabi, making it the ultimate symbol of cultural clout and political bling. The painting was slated to be the star attraction at the Louvre Abu Dhabi, with a grand unveiling set for September 2018. But much like a highly anticipated movie that keeps getting delayed, the public reveal was put on hold, leaving everyone hanging on the edge of their seats. The painting's sudden disappearance triggered a whirlwind of rumors and conspiracy theories. Some whispered that it was lounging on Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman's yacht, sipping cocktails, while others suggested it was stashed in a top-secret vault in Saudi Arabia. The total lack of transparency turned the painting into the art world's biggest mystery, complete with more speculation than a reality TV show reunion. The saga of Salvator Mundi didn't exactly make it through the spotlight without a few dramatic plot twists. Authenticity debates raged on, with some experts insisting it was more of a Leonardo team project than a solo masterpiece. Meanwhile, the extensive restoration raised eyebrows, like if someone had tried to give the Mona Lisa a full-body makeover. The astronomical price tag only added fuel to the fire, sparking wild theories about money laundering and financial shenanigans that would make a James Bond villain proud. From its dramatic discovery, Hollywood-style restoration, and repackaging extravaganza, to its world record auction price, Salvator Mundi felt less like an art piece and more like the grandest business event ever staged, complete with more twists and turns than a soap opera. Thanks to Christie's media circus, where they hyped the painting as the male Mona Lisa and made it sound rarer than a solar eclipse, the price tag skyrocketed. It was like they were trying to turn art buying into the Super Bowl, with the bidding frenzy looking more like a chaotic game show than a sophisticated auction. And let's not forget Yves Bouvier, the high-profile dealer who bought and flipped the painting faster than a pancake at an all-you-can-eat breakfast buffet, raking in a hefty profit. Bouvier's subsequent legal dramas over accusations of fraud and art inflation made him look like the villain in this art world caper. The final buyer only added to the intrigue with his political clout and the mysterious nature of the purchase, making it seem like the painting was hiding in a secret lair somewhere. Despite the record-breaking sale, Salvator Mundi has been MIA from public view since its big win. The cloak and dagger mystery around its whereabouts only fuels more wild theories about the real reasons behind its purchase. With questionable provenance, heavy-duty restoration, authentication drama, sky-high sale prices, and high-profile buyers adding to the circus, it's like the perfect storm of art world gossip. While we can't conclusively say that Salvator Mundi is part of a money laundering plot, it sure does make you wonder if there's more to this story than meets the eye. So what's your take on the Salvator Mundi saga? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this ride, smash that like button and hit subscribe faster than a sneeze at a pepper factory. I'll catch you in the next art adventure.